So, a few months ago, it was heavily implied that in Danganronpa 2 by 2 they would be bringing back the entire original voice cast. But obviously, there's always a difference between things being rumored, implied, or speculated and things being confirmed. And today, it was confirmed that the entire original English cast is coming back and that everyone is reprising their roles, which is very exciting. Now, obviously, because of the fact that it's been like 14 years since Danganronpa 2 came out, obviously they're not all going to sound exactly the same just because, like, voices do change as people age, but I also still feel like that's preferable to a recast. And that, sure, like, it's not like recasts are inherently bad, because, like, the new cast in, like, Persona 3 Reload, for example, did a good job, but I also feel like that this is one of those things where, like, people that have played the original are going to care and are going to want the old cast back, and people that haven't aren't going to care, and therefore if it's new, they're fine, and if it's the old cast, they're fine. And therefore, it just kind of seems better to have the old cast back, because then everyone's happy, rather than most people being happy. So I definitely think that this was the right decision, and I definitely wish that Persona remakes would learn from good examples like this. Now, obviously, I know that, like, obviously Persona's way bigger than Danganronpa in terms of overall sales and popularity, so, like, it's not like Sega Atlas is even going to notice or care, but still. And then also, another reason why this is both good and impressive is that the truth is, with most video games, it'll be something like, throughout the course of the entire game, there's 4, 6, maybe at most 10, like, significant characters. But it's like, in Danganronpa 2, at least in the original scenario anyway, there's... let me think. Yeah, there's 22 significant characters that are voiced by 21 different people. And obviously, just getting 20 people to come back and reprise a role, like, that's way harder than 5 or 6 or 8 or 10, because it's more people, it's more stuff to coordinate. And even though, like, we kind of knew that they were trying to get the cast back, like, part of me was, like, worried that there might be a situation of, like, oh, these two couldn't or weren't willing to do it and they got recast, but then everyone else is the same. And at this point, it's like, spoilers for the original scenario, but, like, obviously, Fat Byakuya and Real Byakuya share a voice, and Nagito and Makoto share a voice, which means that really the two people that voice Junko Enoshima, and then, of course, obviously, Kyoko Kirigiri, like, they're the only characters that are significant and, like, have voices in the original scenario that technically haven't been officially confirmed, but it's also like, they're only in Trial 6, they're technically big spoilers, of course. They aren't going to reveal that they're back before launch, even if they are back. And therefore, I feel like that, like, this is good news for sure. And then also, of course, the other thing is that the fact that they confirmed this realistically means that currently the process of dubbing the game is either done or deep into production, right? And therefore, that's also just very good when it comes to having the game release in 2026 as planned. And obviously, before I had some concerns about maybe it getting delayed because of how little we were hearing, but I am now definitely fully in the camp of, nah, I think everything's going fine and that we're going to get the game at some point this year, probably in the second half, but we will see.